Vachalam Pangum Lankayati Kirin Yatripathamaham Vande Shri Guru Teenataranam Paramanandamadhavam Shri Chaitanyeshwaram Hari Om Tatsat. Hare Krishna. So welcome everybody to today's class. So we won't be doing Bhagavad Gita since it's a common class. Everybody will be having their own. So we will actually next week is the birthday of Andal. Does anybody know who? I mean, I'm sure you would have come across, right? Who Andal is? Who is Andal?
Alwars.
Only female Alvar. Yeah, okay. She's from Tamil Nadu. Okay. Okay. Yes, so? Yeah, Shree Villiputur. Okay. So actually, she's the eternal consort of Ranganatha. Okay, this is Ranganatha for those of you who in Sri Rangam. Oh, sorry. So power saving mode. Okay, so this is the Ranganatha's eternal consort is Andal. But actually, she was, we'll see the glories about Andal. Okay, so she is the most patient, forgiving, and person and an epitome of love. Okay, so scriptures mention her to be Sakshat Shamam Karunaya. So she's perhaps the first ever lady poetess in the entire world, not just India, in the entire world, the first lady poetess. So we know Alwars, right? So Alwars are the greatest devotees of the Lord. Have you all heard about Alwars, right? So the only woman Alvar is Andal. So today we will glorify her because this week, the forthcoming week, is her birthday. Okay, I mean her appearance day actually. Okay, so even 4 Vedas put together, if you start eulogizing, you cannot explain about the glories of Mother Andal. Okay, so scriptures say that even the thousands of hoods of Adishesha, if they start speaking, even then that cannot fulfill the glories of Mother Andal. So we actually refer to her as Tayar or Mother Andal, like that. Okay. So the whole month of Margali. So Krishna tells in among the months he is Danur Masam. Okay, Margali, Margasisha. So this month happens in December. So it's very famous throughout the country, not just country, throughout the world. All the Vaishnava temples, they sing Tirupavai. Tirupavai has 30 verses. Tirupavai. Tiru means the Lord, Perumal. Okay, we refer to Ranganatha as Perumal. Okay, so Tirupavai. Pavai means songs glorifying the Lord. So 30 pasurams she sang every day. Each day one pasuram. We'll see the glory of how she sang those pasurams and why she sang those pasurams. So the entire month of Danur is devoted to Andal and Ranganatha. The glory for Dhanurmas came because of Andal. Okay, so she actually imbibed the mood of gopis in Vrindavana. So she was basically from Sri Villiputur. So she is the proof that if you want to marry the Lord, you want him as your husband, he will actually come as your husband. If you want, in whatever form you desire, the Lord will appear in that form. If you want him as your husband, he will come as your husband. If you want him as a Sakha, he will come as a Sakha. If you want him as your father, he will come as a father. If you want him as a master, he will come as a master. So if you want him to be anything, he will be anything for you if you have unflinching faith in the Lord and in the scriptures. So she is described as Prema Swarupani. So if you can make a figurine, right, a deity with deity, usually we make of metal or wood or something, mud or stone, like that, right? But just imagine if you make a deity with eyes made of love, ears made of love, nose made of love, skin is made of love, the entire figurine is made of love. That embodiment of love is called Andal. She is an embodiment of just love and costless mercy, Karunaya, fully having Shama, full of forgiveness, patience. There can be nobody on par with her, like that. Okay, so she is a daughter to millions and a mother to millions. So her hymns or these pasurams, she's also written something called Nachiyar Tirumuli, which has close to 143 hymns glorifying Lord Ranganatha. Okay, so her hymns carry the Bhakti Bhava. Okay, and not just Bhakti Bhava, behind it is a very strong philosophy of unflinching faith in the Lord. Just that faith is enough. You don't need to be literate. You don't need to be there's no discrimination at all. You don't need to be very rich. You don't need to be very wealthy. You don't need to have a big social status. You just need to have faith to attain the Lord. Okay. So Andal in Tamil, And means to rule over everybody. So the word Andal came. She was referred to as Andal because she rules over all the jivas, all the living entities in the world. She's a mother to all of us. So when the babies are born, right? Usually nowadays, I'm not talking about nowadays, but when I was a baby and all. So my mom only used to carry we were twins, both of us, and then change our diapers and all that. This duty was never given to the father because he would think that my dress will become dirty. Okay, it will get soiled with all these urine and all these things. So the mother only used to caress the child, usually in those days. Even your mothers would have done that, right? So most of the responsibility was on the mother to clean the dirty baby, to if she to tap a burp, okay, and then if she's vomiting, to clean off that vomit, okay, and all of that. So she nurtures the baby in that way. And after the baby grows to a certain stage, only then she hands him over to the father, because the father does not know to handle a dirty baby. Okay, so after she nurtures a baby for many years, this mother lovingly hands over the baby to the father. Okay, and then tells, this baby is now, this child, this grown up child is now your responsibility. You can find him a suitable job or a suitable groom or bride to get married to. Okay, so like that, this mother is actually a guru. A guru is the one who purifies us, who does shuddhi, who purifies. We are so dirty, right? We have all, what are our dirts? Lust, greed, anger, 6 envies, right? Lobha, mother, matsarya, okay, everything together. So the guru is the one who purifies. So Andal takes the role of a guru. She actually cleans us from all these contaminations and then hands us over to the lotus feet of the Lord. So only by taking shelter under the lotus feet of Andal can we even approach Ranganatha. Ranganatha, see, Krishna, Ranganatha, all are same. Okay, so we will see the story of how it started, how this what do you say? Who is Andal? How was she born? Okay, like that. So yeah, so there is this place called Shree. Okay, and there is this Alwar called Vishnu Chittar. Chittar means what? Chitta. All the time the consciousness is thinking. So Vishnu Chittar means this Alwar was always thinking about Lord Vishnu. So he is called Periya Alwar. His name is Periya Alwar. In Tamil, Periya means greatest. So anything related to the Lord is called Periya. That means the Lord himself is referred to as Periya Perumal. That means the greatest Lord. His temple is called Periya Gopuram. That means it's the greatest of all the temples. Okay. So this devotee of the Lord is called Periya Alwar. Okay. So his kainkeriam or his service was to make garlands to the Lord every day. So all this is happening in Shree. Okay. So this is happening in Periya Alwar's house. So going forward, we will refer to him as Periya Alwar. So he every day he used to have a beautiful garden. He used to do all his duties, morning, get up, take a bath, do Sandhya Vandanam, okay, chant his rounds, and then come out to the garden and pluck. He had a beautiful garland of jasmine, roses, okay, lot of fragrant flowers, shenbagam, okay, champa, that is, okay, and lot of tulsi bushes. So what happens? He goes and starts plucking one by one. See, whatever we are telling is a translation from the scripture in Tamil. Line by line, it is as it is, okay. So it's not a story. It is written by the Alwars like this. Okay. So he takes his hand and starts plucking different flowers, different fragrant leaves, and with love he weaves them into a beautiful garland. So what happens? He can hear the cry of a very melodious cry. See, when we sing, right, that is also like croaking. But when pure devotees cry, that is even melodious. So he can hear the melodious cry of a baby. So he goes into the bushes and he searches, where is the sound coming from? So once he goes near the bush, the earth actually splits into two. The earth actually splits into two, and there is this beautiful 5-year-old girl. Okay, so this girl had a tribanga form. Okay, her it was bent in 3 places, and she was dark. Okay, and she had a bun on the head, and her head was slightly tilted, and she had a parrot on the hand. Okay, so Periya Alwar understands, he's a pure devotee of the Lord. So he knows that the mother, like how we refer to Srimati Radharani, she herself has come as my daughter. So then he requests her, please go back to your baby form. I want to relish that childhood pastimes of yours. So she actually accepts the request of Periya Alwar and she comes back to the child form. And he carries her and starts nurturing her single-handedly. He starts growing her up. Okay. So whenever she used to walk, she used to crawl. Okay, stumble, lisp, walk, everything. She used to only think of Krishna. Even babies will say, no, they don't know what to talk. Even that was for her Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Okay, so all her thought process was revolving only around Krishna. So she started, over the time, she had so much of love that as she was growing, she started taking Krishna as her lover. Okay, so she used to play these games, like by the river there is sand, right? So she used to make sand castles. Okay, and in that sand castles she used to think that me and Krishna will live together. She used to dream that Krishna is playing with me. Like, we will think it's hallucination. So she was small, maybe 5-year-old, and she used to dream of a 5-year-old Krishna playing with her. So her aunts, her father's sisters, attais, mamis, and all will say, "Are you mad? All the time you're telling Krishna, Krishna, Krishna." She even tells them that I want to marry Krishna. That is the goal of my life. So they will tell, you can go to the temple, okay, and say Govinda, Govinda, and do this, okay. But will any sane person say you want to marry the deity in the temple? And specifically she mentions, I want to marry Ranganatha. So he's called Ranga Mannar, okay, Rangarajan means king of all kings. Ranganatha is the king of all kings. So I want to marry that Rangarajan. So these aunts were telling, you've lost your senses or what? Can anybody marry a deity, a stone deity in the temple? So she tries to make them understand, see, it's very difficult for devotees and non-devotees to have conversations. So when we say we are having prasadam, they say, did your God come and eat? There is no faith in their thinking, and there is only faith in our thinking. So it's very difficult for devotees and non-devotees to have conversations. So when she used to try to explain what bliss she was feeling by thinking of Krishna, by glorifying Krishna, all the time, anything she did, she was doing only kirtanam of the Lord. Okay, anything she did, Krishna, 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 only this was in her mind. Okay, so they never understood her Baba, and she never understood what they were talking, that you cannot. She was like, how can you not marry the Lord? It's possible. If you have unflinching faith, then it is possible. Like that. Okay, so what happens is, then one of her father sees her having so much of love for Krishna and says that, see, over the time she grows to become 12-year-old, and her father tells that if you really want to attain Krishna, then you follow the 30-day nombu. Nombu means vrata in the month of Dhanurmas. Okay, and you know what this nombu is? It's like how the gopis, right? The gopis did this nombu. They did this vrata in Vrindavan. Okay, so once you do that, then they attained Krishna. He came during the Rasa Leela and he was personally present before everyone as their private partner. So if you do this, Krishna will definitely come. Ranganatha will definitely come and marry you. So what she does, she gathers all her childhood friends, and the Shree Pudur, right? She thinks it to be Vrindavan. Okay, and the pond in Shree Pudur, she thinks it to be Yamuna. And all her girlfriends, she imagines it to be the gopis. And she is now fully physically present in Shree Pudur, but mentally she is thinking that she is in Vrindavan. And she starts this vrata. So it goes like, the first thing goes like, Margali Tingal Madi Nirainda Nannanal Nirada Poduvi Podumino Neridair Sir Malgumar Padi Selvachiru Mirgal Kurver Kurundolilan Nandagopan Kumaran Edanta Kannir Yashodailam Singam Karmeni Chengan Kadir Madiyam Pol Mugatran Narayanane Namakke Parai Taruvan Paru Pugala Padinderu Rembarulvai. So the prayer says that Margali Tingal. That means in the month, the first day of the month, okay? And it is a Friday morning. So Madi Nirinda Nannanal. So because, see, any activity that you do Krishna consciously, when you're going to start that activity, you will feel a lot of contentment, you'll feel a lot of satisfaction, you'll feel bliss. It's not like that for material activities. There's usually fear when you want to start any material activity. But when you want to start any Krishna conscious activity, you feel a lot of bliss. The prayer says so. Okay. So she's gathering all her childhood friends and says, oh, sleeping girls, gopis, don't sleep so long. It's the first day of the month. Let us go and take bath. Okay. And let us go and worship Ranganatha. Okay. And how is he? He is he's a lion child of Yashoda. Okay. He has the face of a dark green cloud, and his eyes are like lotus petals. Okay, let us go and worship him. Okay, so like this 30 days, she does different prayers, gathers all her friends early morning, the Brahma Muhurta time, and takes them to go to the temple and go to pray to the Lord. So this temple in Srivilliputur, it's called Vattapatra Sai temple. He's a very beautiful Lord, and to this Lord only Periyalvar used to weave a garland every day and go and give it to the butter or the priest there, and that only when that garland comes from Periyalvar's house will the daily puja of the Lord happen over there. So they used to wait. This had been happening for many years. So now 30 days goes off, right? Okay. So every day different pasurams she sings. And see, in our prayers, right? Do we bless the Lord that you should be very good, you should be live for very long? Do we bless the Lord? Do we have that capacity to bless the Lord? But Andal had so much of love for the Lord that she actually went to the extent of blessing the Lord. She said that Pallandu Pallayirattandu Palakodi Nooraayiram Mallanda Tinthol Manivanna Sevadi Chevitirukappu. Lord, you should live for millions and millions and millions of years. Not only you, your concert should live for millions of years. Your Changa and Chakra should live for millions of years. And you should be always blessed with the association of your devotees. Like this, who is blessing? Andal is blessing the Lord. Okay. So, like this, her extent of love had no bounds at all. So, every day for 30 days, she kept singing different pasurams, which have a lot of meaning. I think even in temples in Karnataka, US, they sing these pasurams every day. Even if the priests do not know Tamil, they still sing it because it carries the mood of, Andal. So what happens? So the father said, right, 30 days, if you finish, then Ranganatha will come and catch your hand and you will be wedded to him. So she waited for 30 days. Now she's eager for Ranganatha to come. First day comes, Ranganatha does not come. After the 30th day, second day comes, Ranganatha did not come. So she starts getting very restless. Okay. And what happens? She immediately says, after all, what is marriage? Marriage is nothing but exchange of garlands, right? So today I will pluck the most beautiful fragrant flowers and I will make it into a beautiful garland and I will wear it. And before my father comes, I will quickly remove it and give it to him. So he will think it's freshly woven for Vattapatra Sai and he will take it there and he will put it. So basically garlands are exchanged and I'm married. I become Andal Rangamanar. Okay. So I'll do that. So what she does, as planned, she makes a very beautiful garland and she, all the time while she's making, she's thinking of Vattapatra Sai or Ranganatha. Then she wears the garland and there is a mirror there and she admires herself like this in the mirror. Okay. How the garland is, and this garland is going to go to Vattapatra Sai, and now I'm going to get married. So, no, girls before getting married, without knowing what is ahead, they start feeling very happy, right? So, what happens? Her father enters and quickly she realizes that father is going to come and she removes it. And she, so her father can see unusually some extraordinary glow is there in my daughter's face. So much of happiness is there in my daughter's. Every day she's not so happy, but obviously she's happy, but this glow, that shiny thing is not there when she makes a garland. He doesn't suspect anything, he's very innocent. So he takes the garland and starts walking to the temple. So he takes the garland and he hands it over to the temple priest and tells, please offer it to Vattapatra Sai. So the temple priest is very prudent. He saw immediately 2-3 strands of long hair is there on the garland. And he gets very furious and he throws his wrath on this, what's his name? Periyalvar. Okay. So he throws his wrath on Periyalvar. So he tells that, how dare you could offer a garland worn by a mortal, somebody who is living and who's going to die, and offer that garland to the Lord. You are dismissed from the temple now. You better take this and bring a fresh garland back. Now, Periyalvar is very embarrassed because never in the tenure of his service of offering garlands to the Lord, he has done such a blunder. He knows it's a blunder and he's sure of what would have happened. He said, this is definitely Andal's mistake. I saw how glowing her face was, how blushing she was. She would have worn it, and see, devotees can understand devotees, right? Devotee mentality. So she would have worn it and she wanted to offer that to the Lord. So she goes and says, he starts walking with a lot of anger and he barges into the house and says, Andal, how dare you wear the garland before offering it to the Lord? How can you wear something before offering it to the Lord? I'm very angry with you. Now Andal breaks down into tears. She says the Lord that she's not worried about what her father is telling. Usually, if you are, you won't be worried, right? So she's only worried that even a garland that I made with so much of love, okay? Premanjana Churita, it's full of love, okay? With so much of love that I made, even a garland you are not able to accept. I have lost all my hopes that you will even accept me, like that, okay? So what happens? Meanwhile, Periyalvar starts weaving a new garland. Fast. He is having frustration that Andal has done something like this, and he's in a hurry that the Lord is waiting there for the garland. So he starts making a fresh garland very fast. He doesn't even tell Andal, I'm leaving. He just goes off. He bangs the door and he walks to the temple, and he goes and offers it to the priest, telling, I made a fresh garland. Whatever I've done is a mistake. My daughter is very small, and by mistake she did it unknowingly like that. Then the Lord actually roars from the deity form, Vatapatra Sai. He says that I want the very same garland that Andal wore with love. Andal wove it with love, wore it, and brought it back to me. I do not want this fresh garland that is made with so much of frustration and anger. If you are giving me a garland, give me the same garland that Andal has worn it. And then Periyalvar is feeling very happy from inside. After all, it's his daughter. So he runs immediately to the house and says, Andal, the garland that you wove and wore, the Lord is wanting it. Give it back to me. Now Andal is very happy. She knows that 100% sure I will get married to Ranganatha. Now he goes and gives the garland there. So meanwhile, another reassurance she gets is she starts getting a dream. So in that dream, she can see 10,000 elephants are coming, okay? And amidst that elephants, in one of the elephants, there's a beautiful palanquin. And in that palanquin, Sri Rangam Ranganatha, okay, Rangamanar is actually sitting and chal. You can hear that sound, okay? So it's coming like that. And the streets of Srivillipudur is all bedecked with pearls. Toranas are there, all that is made with lot of pearls. And there is all this mridanga, vadya, so many instruments are there. And you know who the invitees for this marriage were? Like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, all the Alwars, okay? All this she's imagining. And as she is imagining in her dream, okay, she's actually the Lord is coming. 10,000 elephants are coming on the streets of Srivillipudur. Lord is coming on the palanquin. They are lifting him. Chal. And he looks so handsome. Obviously, it's the Lord, Supreme Personality of Lord Godhead. He's so young. He's like a 25-year-old. And then he comes and asks Periyalvar, please give me your daughter's hand in marriage. And then she actually extends her hand out and she takes him. So now after what happens in that same setup, okay? So the Mangalya Sutra is there, no? The Lord actually ties that to Andal and all the demigods, all the Alwars, because Alwars actually wanted to marry the Lord, but they were all unfortunately in a male form. So Andal is the only one who was fortunate enough to have a female form. So they were very happy that they were able to witness the divine marriage of Ranganatha and Andal. And everybody strew a lot of fragrant petals on them. And now she's very happy. Now Periyalvar is very sad that his daughter is going to go away back to husband's house. Now which is husband's house? Actually Srirangam. Okay. So what happens in Srirangam? So they go to Srirangam. Andal is going to Srirangam. So they are different mandabas, right? So Gayatri mandaba, this mandaba, that mandaba, so many mandabas. Ranganatha walks. He is the king of Srirangam. Ranga Manar. So Rangarajan, Sri Rangarajan. Okay. He is the king of all kings. So he walks into every mandaba and actually the deity is there. You know Ranganatha, no? He's on the Adisesha reclining form. So he goes and takes the same form and merges into the deity. And Andal climbs onto the lotus feet of the Lord, holds it and merges. There's a light flash. And both of them, she goes inside in the deity form. Actually becomes one with the Lord. Then Periyalvar is feeling so much of despair that, see, the fate that my daughter had, I didn't have. You could take my daughter, but you didn't take me. You left me alone. He tells to Ranganatha. So then Ranganatha tells, you don't worry. You go back to Srivillipudur. Okay. And I told, when Andal was small, I told she used to do one, I forgot to mention this. She used to play a game that she used to draw a circle like this. And when you do this, the circle I'm not able to finish the circle, right? So when I draw like this on the sand, if the circle meets the edges, then whoever you like, you will get married to that person. So when she starts drawing the circle as a 5-year-old, she used to pray, it should join. And then finally when it joined, she became very happy that she will get married to Ranganatha. So like this, the scriptures mention multiple pastimes or multiple activities that Andal used to do. So actually Ranganatha tells that you go back, Periyalvar, to where? To Srivillipudur, and you build a temple. and in that temple you install Andal and me, and actually I forgot to mention you, Periyalvar is actually an incarnation of Garudalvar. You know Garudan, no? The Lord's vehicle. So Periyalvar is actually a transformation of Garudalvar only. So and till today, in every place in Vishnu temple, every Vishnu temple, even in TTD, when it comes to this next week, August 14th, Andal's birthday, what happens? All these festivities are done. So Andal used to play this game, so that game will be done. And when they are going to get married, one butler or one priest will act like stand near Andal, one priest will stand near Venkateshwara, and first the garland will be put for Andal, and that priest will carry that garland and come and put it for Ranganatha, like that. Okay. So there is this beautiful song in Tamil. It says that Malai Matrinal Kodhai Malai Satrinal Malai Matrinal Kodhai Malai Satrinal Maladainda Madilarangan Malai Avarthan Marbile Maladainda Madilarangan Malai Avarthan Marbile Mayalal Tayalal Mamarakkarathinal Mayalal Tayalal Mamarakkarathinal. This song was played during their marriage. So in every marriage after that, whenever Andal and Ranganatha get married, they do this. Rangarajanai Tangal Anbalisanai Ase Kuri Puchurargal Pesi Mikka Valtida Anbudan Unbamaya Andal Karathinal. So he says that how Andal and Ranganatha, they exchanged garlands with each other and how they got married. How Rangarajan felt so much of bliss on seeing Andal. So I thought that we should, discuss about this pastime since it's Andal's appearance day. So I think the scripture says that only when we approach Andal, okay, like I told you, she's like a guru, right? Only if she purifies us and she recommends us to Ranganatha, or like how Srimati Radharani purifies us and recommends us to Krishna, only then he will accept it, like that. So anything any take? I know it's very small class, but still.
This is a complete pastime, Mataji.
Actually, there are all these pastrams, no Mataji. Like even she tells that there is this pastram that says Citranjurukale Sendrunai Sevite. I'll just explain that. I think that if you're not able to pronounce those words, at least hear them, because she makes very wonderful prayers that says Citranjurukale Sendrunai Sevite and Potramariyadiye Pothum Purulkelai. That means early morning, in the dawn of the day, I come to your lotus feet and I make prayers. You please ask me what I'm praying for. Okay. Petram Meitunnum Kulathil Pirandanir. You are born in the family of cowherd boys who take care of cattle. Okay. Petramaitunum Kulathil Pirandanir Kuttrevalangale Kollamal Pogade. Ittrai Pare Kolvan, Andrikan Govinda, Yetrekum Yelel Piravikum, Untano Rutromeavum. So my only prayer is not just this life, even if you're giving me 7 lifetimes after this, okay? Let me only be a servant at your lotus feet, okay? By mistake, even if if I desire something. See, what do you say? Vritasura, no? In Bhagavatam, he tells a prayer that he says that I don't want to go to Dhruvaloka, I don't want to go to Vaikunthai. She doesn't say like that. She doesn't say I don't have desires. She says I'm so fallen. I have a lot of desires. But even by mistake, if I desire anything other than your lotus feet, Maya is very powerful. Krishna says, no, Mama Maya Duratyaya. So by mistake, I might desire something other than your lotus feet. If I desire like that, I beg at your lotus feet, please approve that desire and throw it away. And please give me shelter only at your lotus feet. So it's such a beautiful prayer. The last, she tells the 29 days, 30th day, she says that if at all I desire anything, please approve those desires. I don't want anything except the shelter at your lotus feet. Yeah. So we will go with a quick round of takeaway points and then. Actually, there's a very beautiful song. It's not Tamil. I think it says that Raja Raja, when he was coming on the palanquin, how the devotees were glorifying him. Raja 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 Shekara Ranga Raja Deva Raja Raja Sundara. That means out of all the kings, he's the most beautiful also. Raghavendra Rakshasendra Raja Pujita Raja Raja Pujati Raja Sevita Pandya Chola Chera Raja Vamsa Devata Patmanabha Patmapala Paramasashvata. He is a worshipable Lord, Kuladeva of Pandyas, Cholas, Cheras. I mean, so beautiful, right? How you're glorifying the Lord. What do we do? Give me this, give me that. Yeah. That is also Sri Ranganatha. But this Ranganatha, they are actually three Rangas. Okay. Adi Ranga, Madhya Ranga. This is Sri Ranga, actual Sri Ranga. So this is the one we are talking in Tiruchirappalli. So they are all Ranganatha only. The same reclining position is Ranganatha. But this pastime is with this Ranganatha, whoever. I mean, Sri Ranga Ranganatha. So he's called Periya Perumal, like that. Okay. So king of all kings, Rangarajan, like that. At one point, people around her house used to call her mad, but she was not even bothered about that because she was always telling Krishna, Krishna. I mean, we can think of ourselves also. If we do this reading, little bit 3 hours, 4 hours, if we hear lecture in a day or something, people will think we are mad, but still we should do what we are doing because we know our goal, right? So actually, there is one point that I written that even if we have 0.1% of faith of what Andal had, Rangarajan will come to marry us, at least never dream that much. So all glories to Gurudev. See, her name is, another name is Kodhai, Koda Devi. Okay, she has dark, beautiful tresses of hair. Okay, so because of that, she's called Koda. Even her face also was very dark. There were 3 comparisons made between Andal, Kodai, Yamuna, and Krishna. All 3 of them were black in color. Okay, all 3 of them were beautiful. Yamuna was like a river flowing freely, and Andal's body also was flowing freely, and Krishna's form is also flowing. Is it like ours straight? No, it's a beautiful Tribanga form, right? Like that. So even her pasurams, the 30 pasurams, are all very rhyming and they flow like a river. So her body is also compared to so many rivers. So she's compared to Saraswati because her words are divine. Whatever she speaks is like Saraswati Vakya. So they say, if somebody tells whatever is correct, they say Saraswati is dancing on her tongue, right? Like that. So Tunga Bhadra, her chests are like elevated like Tunga and Bhadra, like that. Okay. And Kaveri Devi, we don't even need to tell because she is loving somebody who resides on the river of Kaveri. Where is Srirangam? In Kaveri, near on the banks of Kaveri, right? It just runs maybe few kilometers away, 2-3 kilometers away. So all the rivers are, get their glory because of Godavari. The name Godavari came from Koda, Kodai, Andal, Goda, right? She's called Koda. So the name came from, Godavari came from Koda, like that. Yeah, I missed the point here. So they have compared that Mirabai, how she is in the north, is Andal in the south. Both actually have the mood of Viraha. They love the Lord in separation. That is the highest, like how the gopis love the Lord in mood of Vipralamba, right? When you separate from your loved one, love increases. So Mirabai composed poems in separation of the Lord. I'm not very sure about her story, Prabhu, but Andal is an eternal consort of the Lord. So she also actually in separation. Lord was not physically present in front of her, but she was always imagining that the Lord is with her all the time. So her poems are composed in the same Viraha mood, the mood of the gopis. So all 3 of them have this mood of Viraha, like that. Okay.
Andal father.
Vishnu Chitta, Periyalvar.
So he got Andal in that lot, right?
Yeah.
Garden. So he asked her to
come to a smaller
baby,
form. Yeah.
Right? So when she got married,
Uh-huh.
so he knew past, right? So she came from
Earth.
So, but why he becomes sad? Because he know that.
Whatever it is, this life she has been daughter.
Emotions.
Yeah. They have to play their role as a perfect artist, no, Prabhu? Suppose like we see if this Alka's play and all is there, she was playing, Maitri was playing, she was playing as if she's real, whatever, Hiranyakashipu, right? So when you're in that role, you have to do justice to the role and play fullest. So what will the father feel when daughter is getting married? He will not say, hey, you're going, he won't say that, right? He'll be like, he'll feel bad, right? So like that.
Whatever we get according
Got
to
it.
the Lord Krishna, whatever is there, we should not, give this one more.
Got it. I'm sorry, I'm not able to control that.
More
Yeah,
value to
got it. Yeah. So this is just the, what do you say, outburst of actual, what feelings. So they're playing the role of father and daughter here. So then now the daughter is going to go back to husband's house. So that so many years you've been with me. He was single-handedly doing everything, and then this baby came, and she became the heart and soul of his life. And now she's going back. He's happy that she's achieving her goal. But externally, he's showing that. See, for every pastime shows something, how the father should feel, how the daughter should feel, like that. And even towards the end, he even asks the Lord, no, what is my condition? So he says that you go to build a temple and Andal will be present, I will be present, and you will be present with us as a Garudan. As Garudan. So three of them are together, not separate from each other, actually. So even till date in that temple, all the festivities happen every day because it's Andal's temple. It's not only during Dhanurmas. Every single day, Lord will get married, they will play this this game, circle game, and these activities happen. Even whatever activity we do some boga. Should not be very mechanical. We can try to chant the names of the Lord and do boga, make flowers, offering flowers to the Lord. Any activity, we can do it with the consciousness that we are doing it for the Lord, the Supreme Personality of God. He's come to our house for our own, out of His costless mercy, like that. So we have to take up some level of austerity, Prabhu. You cannot be just, if you are in a comfort zone, we will never progress in spirituality. So if you have achieved a certain point, beyond that, 16 rounds, beyond that. You're getting up at 4:30, Dhanurmas, you can get up at 3:45 and go see the Lord. Because Krishna says He is austerity in Bhagavad Gita. Because she is from Mother Earth only. She is Mother Earth only. Shree Devi, Bhudevi. Bhudevi is what? Mother Earth. So that means that she doesn't need a body to come out of. She's like, what do you say? She doesn't need mother, father to come out of. She's what? Consort of the Lord. So she has to do something differently to show that she's consort of the Lord. No? To make you understand, telling. See, when you see Venkateshwara, right? In his chest, there are two goddesses sitting. One is Shree Devi. Shree Devi is Lakshmi Devi. And Bhudevi. Bhudevi is Mother Earth. Okay. So Andal is a combination of Shree Devi and Bhudevi. You see, Mother Sita also came from the earth only. So an incarnation, all these are Mother Sita, Lakshmi Devi, Andal are no different from each other. They are just that different yugas, they appear as different people, but they are the same personality. So she's actually Mother Earth. She has Mother Earth in her. So Earth is also like Andal only. So she's a combination of Shree Devi, Bhudevi, and see, now you are only Ryansh. I am only Sri Lalitha. But Andal is Shree Devi plus Bhudevi plus Neela Devi. All together. So we are born from parents, right? But she doesn't need to be born from parents. She can just come out from the earth. If she wants, she can drop down from the tree also. But in this pastime, she's come from the earth like that.
I like the part.
If I get a better, satisfying thing for you, I will find out and I'll let you know. Scientist family. Yeah.
Okay. I like the part where the Lord only wanted Andal's necklace, which was worn.
Garland. Okay. Okay. So we will stop here. There's a lot more prepared, but it's a lot of philosophy. So we will do a kirtan.